Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizzano, and this is another episode of the world famous The Universal Love, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves. And we are coming to you live today. Ladies and gents, it is Tuesday, January the 16th, 2024. I am up. It is 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 a.m. out here in the United States of America in the Eastern time zone. Ladies and gentlemen, I am wide awake. I got home yesterday. I recorded the episode, and then I walked to the house. I heard my baby. She was up. It was like 8 o'clock, 8:30. I said, okay, I'm gonna go in the room. I got my daughter. We started, hanging around a little bit. I was supposed to take her to school. It got to be 10 o'clock. It got to be 10:30. I said, kid, you don't want to go to school. You seem like you're wide awake. And I said, you know what? Your daddy's gonna stay up with you. We're going all day together, okay? And then of course, stayed up. Her mom went to go work out. My lovely wife, who is her mother, just in case you didn't know. But my wife went to go work out. I said, you know what, me and the baby, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna go out and about. Went to the store, came back, watched TV. She ate her lunch. I said, okay, kid, you're sleepy. Let's go ahead and take a nap. And of course, we went downstairs. We took a nap. Woke up. We watched TV. Started watching a little Sesame Street. I showed her how to use we had this speaker downstairs. She thought it was the cup to drink out of. So I said, no, kid, this is something you can listen to. This is like a little speaker. So I played a couple of songs for her, a couple of songs that I like, My daughter, she likes instruments, I can tell, and I like music that has instruments in it. So, she likes, I played her a little song called What You Won't Do for Love by the great Bobby Caldwell, rest in peace. And she liked it. She was bobbing her head a little bit, and it got to be 2 o'clock, 2:30. Her mom was back from working out. Called, said, You want me to come get her? I said, yeah. Come get her. And I'm gonna sleep for another hour, and then I'll be upstairs. My wife came back. It was 11. My wife came downstairs. I said, what time is it? Like 5 or 6? She said, man, it's 11:30 at night. What are you talking about? I said, whoa. She said, I could tell you were sleeping in your eyes. I said, not me. I didn't realize I was going to be sleeping that late. So, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you all that just to say, sometimes the body knows what the body needs, okay? And sometimes you need just sleep. I don't always get 8 hours of sleep. Very rarely do I get 8 hours of sleep. Normally I get 5, 6, 7 for me is a good thing. But every now and then, I have those days where it's just like, enough of that, bucko. And I forgot that the week was long, I went back and forth. We went up to Missouri, came back from Missouri, had to go back to work. Worked all week. Didn't get a lot of sleep while I was working, Got home, because you got to record, you got to do, you got to do this, you got to do that. And so it also got me to thinking, I really got to get rid of that job, Because yesterday I was writing, and I was writing, and I was getting into a groove, and I was listening to my jazz, and I was just typing, and it was flowing. I said, you know what? I gotta do this on a regular basis. And you know something? The more I think about it, because every day I spend a few minutes to myself just sitting here thinking. And I was going to record. I got quite a few ideas for a show, so they'll be coming on a regular basis in the next few weeks. And I got to thinking. You know, a lot of times we think when you're younger, you know, it depends on how you grew up, where you grew up. You think sometimes that, you know, earning money. You think about trying to find money. You know, earning money. Where is the money gonna come from? Where is the money at? You know, and sometimes it's right under your nose. You don't even know it. I read this book. It's a short book. And you can get it. It's an audio book. You can either get it in audio form. You can read it. It's a very short book. It's called Acres of Diamonds by a guy named Russell Cromwell. Okay, it's a pretty good book. Pretty short audio, and it basically talks about how this guy sold his house to another fella. Okay, it was like a farm, and basically the guy missed out on $1 million opportunity because he had diamonds in his backyard, you know. But instead, he was like, "This house is worth nothing," yada yada yada, and so he sold it to somebody else, and they found it, and you know, they got rich or whatever. But I'm gonna tell you, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's about the opportunity to be able to earn income. And if you ever think about what do you have in you, because as I told you yesterday, sometimes we think, I don't have this, I don't have that. You don't know what you don't know. And sometimes you have to stop and think. And you look around your house, you look around, you look at your car, you look inside your house, you look at you say, and then you go, how can I generate money? I'll give you an example, okay? I remember in summertime, I got a new car, okay? I got a new car. There was something I wanted to do. I wanted to make like $150, okay? So I want to make extra $150, but I don't want to drive the truck to make the extra $150. I said I'm just gonna find something to do, okay? And so I said, well, I got a brand new car. I can just drive Lyft for a couple of days, make the $150, boom, bop, boom, and there we go. And so, you know, I got the car, and I said, we'll make some money. We'll make some money real quick, you know. And I spent one day driving around Atlanta, made $175, and I said, cool. And that was that. And it took one day, it took a few hours, you know. And I'm not recommending you don't have to do the same thing, but what I'm telling you is I had a resource. I said, you know what? I don't want to spend my money. I'm going to make the money. Made the money, a few hours time, using a card that I already had. Boom. And so, if you ever think about, you go, man, I need a couple extra, extra couple $100, okay? You look around your house. There's probably stuff that you don't use, you know? You can sell that. You have a car, you can take people around, you know? Me and my wife, we have a van we drive our mother-in-law in. At one point, we were going to start using that to haul people around because, you know, we can't take her. She can't go out and about every day. So we have this van sitting here. So we're like, you know, we should use it for some kind of reason. I think eventually we will turn it into something, but there's always there's always a way to make money. There's always something that you can do, you know? And you can do it on the internet. You can do it, you know, locally. I remember when I was a kid, I would pick up cans. I would crush cans, take them to the recycling bin, you know, make some good money for a little kid. You know, I remember Time I went around collecting cans. I made like $50. And back then, 19, I probably was 8 or 9 maybe. $50 to me was like 500. You know what I mean? So I was like, woo, I'm rich. But the point is, just because you get older in life and just because don't think, I don't know any ways to, to make some money. You never let the creativity that you have die out, the mind is very creative. You are very creative, So we are all creative in our own different way. Some of us are creative artistically. Some of us are creative in other ways, You just sit around and you say, "What could I do?" I give you a little exercise that you can do. You should do this every day. But I remember I read this article about this guy, and he said, write down 20 ideas every day. He said, are you going to use all those ideas every day? Of course not. He said, but some actually might be good. So if you ever wanted to write a book about, let's say you are into wizards, or what is that? Harry Potter. Let's say, hey, you've read Harry Potter, you like J.K. Rowling's books or whatever, and you say, I've always wanted to write about fiction or whatever, Then start every day, jotting ideas down about characters and dragons and urchins, sea urchins, or trees, clouds, whatever. Just write down a bunch of ideas about a fantasy novel, about that kind of stuff, and you will be amazed at what you can come up with. The path to making money is not as hard as we make it out to be. Simple. And so I myself have been thinking, I'm like, because I know when I was 20 and dead broke, always broke. Always broke. Now I wasn't always broke, but I remember I had a job, and I remember because I hate to. Well, let me just discuss something with you. When I was 20, I remember, my parents told me, man, you gotta get a job, because I was working job. I would go around doing stuff, making some money, and I had no complaints. I got out the Navy, making money here and there, I had got me a car. And I was going around helping people do work, I was making money, and my parents were like, you need to get a job. And I'm like, a job kind of sucks, like, honestly, you got to report in to somebody. You got to kind of get told what to do. You got to ask permission to take time off. And I mean, at the end of the day, it kind of sucks, And I'm not saying that, you should do this, but I'm just giving you some examples. And why eventually you all want to make sure that you are making money independently of the job that you might have. Or if you're looking to get out of your job, this is another reason why you should start making money independently of the job you have. Because jobs, especially these days, are not reliable. Okay? It's just a fact of life. But what I'm trying to tell you is, parents told me, you need to get a job. And I remember I thought, from the time I was like a little kid, I was always making money, but my not that they discouraged me, but there was no, like, let's just say this. It was always get a job, It was always get a job. No, create a business for yourself. None of that. It was always get a job. And so there's nothing wrong with that. But when you like my daughter, she's going to come to me one day and she's going to say, we're going to have a discussion about, making money and working and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to give her, and this is just one of these things, as my parents told me. They said, I just want you to have a better life than we had, which I understand it and I appreciate that. I have a lot of respect for that. So, it's not a bad thing when they tell you to get a job, because that's how people grew up in their time. You work, you make money, you work by you go get a job and you work and you make money. But now we live in a different time, and now it's not that you can't work and you can't depend on the job, because you can go to a warehouse and before you know it, man, they'll tell you, yeah, we shutting down. We shutting down. Work is no more over here, You can work at a restaurant, and I've seen it a lot. I've seen a lot in Atlanta. You see news. Me and my wife, we went to a restaurant she wanted to go to. It was a popular restaurant, actually. It was actually pretty good. And it was like a few months later, they just had a sign up on the window that said, "We are closed. Thanks. Goodbye." And that was it. And so your ability to make money independently is very important. It's very vital in the year 2024, because you never know what the economic layout is going to look. And before and to avoid blaming the government for so you can avoid saying, they're not paying me enough. Who cares what a place is going to pay you, Only you can put a value on yourself. Only you can really say what the value you're valuable. You and I both know that you are a valuable person. A job does not define you. If you make $150,000 at a job, that's great. But what happens when you lose that job? Are you still not a $150,000 person? Of course you are. You just don't have the job. And so the independence that you can create for yourself, and the ability to make money for yourself, is very important in this day and time, okay? It's more important now than it's ever been before, because, as I told you, there's not many. You're going to work at this place for 30 years and they're going to pay you, most of us are not going to be the CEO of Coca-Cola, okay? We're not going to get laid off and get a $7 million package. It just don't work that way, So I'm here to tell you, whether it be crushing cans, whether it be running a cab service, whether it be, mowing grass on the side, these days you can sell grass. Look that up, kids. That's a term for the elder people. Okay, you can sell grass in certain states, Colorado, California. So but I'm joking around about that. But the point is, the ability for you to make money in your local area or in any area is very important. And you don't have to be a nation. You don't have to be a national brand. I'm gonna harp on that, because it's very important that you understand that you don't have to be Dunkin' Donuts. You don't have to be Starbucks. You don't have to go. You don't have to be coast to coast to make a good living. You don't have to be nationwide to make a good living. Everybody doesn't have to know your first and last name for you to make money. You could be the king of car salesman. Okay, you could be the king of bicycles. In the area of Austin, Texas. You could be a big time lawyer in the foothills of Kentucky. Okay, you could anything, anywhere. You can have a cake shop. You can have 2 cake shops in Lexington, Kentucky, okay? And do good for yourself, all right? There's no, you don't have to be nationwide. You don't have, nobody cares about if you got 8 million followers and you got $8 in your wallet, who cares about the 8 million followers, The goal is to figure out, how am I going to make money, And you figure it out. We talked about this yesterday. The ability to sell, to sell and sell again, is very important, When you got the wallet, when you got the card, you go, hey, would you like to buy XYZ? I just saw that this morning. I've thought about you all. I was buying this thing, and then I clicked on the order, and they said, hey, for $37, you can buy this. Of course, I declined it, but I just thought, I laughed to myself, and I said, there we go. I like that. The more you focus on that kind of stuff, and just pay attention to it. Get out of the I need to be entertained business, okay? And get into the what can I do for myself business, okay? Not in the selfish way, but what can I do to grow yourself, whether it be financially, mentally, spiritually, whatever you want to do. But you need to be growing as a person all the time, And the more independent you get in the financial world, the better off you will be. We talked about this yesterday. Neediness is, I know they tell you, people love to say this, and most people that say this, they have no money. They say, love of money is the root of all evil, and people like to try to knock people that have money and all that. It's not love of money. What they mean is if you're consumed by money, and most of the time, as I've learned in my life, I've been around plenty of people. The people that have no money, lack of money, they do more evil deeds, like go out and rob and, shoot you over some money, steal some shoes from you, that kind of thing. The poverty mindset is more dangerous than the quote unquote love of money, because a lot of times, there are rich people that embezzle money, but who do they steal it from? They steal it from corporations. They're not gonna come steal my money or your money, because they probably think we don't have any money, But I remember when I was growing up, people in the people where I grew up, people in the neighborhood will come and try to steal checks out of your mailbox. You know what I mean? So it's bananas, A lot of times people that don't have money like to steal from other people that don't have a lot of money. And it's bananas. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. What I'm here to tell you is there are many ways for you to make money. There are many ways for you to make money in your local area, Start there, Do not worry about, man, the more and if you listen to this show, the more you can, stay away from social media is a joke. Okay. I hate to say that, but it's a joke. It's all good. I enjoy seeing like pictures of people, I like seeing my, I have a nephew, a little nephew. He's growing up. He's like 6, 7 now, I believe. Hold on. Let's see. Now he's 6. He'll be 7 in July. He's my guy. I love seeing him on the Facebook or the Instagram, But other than that, for the most part, I don't want to see grown people posing, taking pictures, eating at restaurants. I don't care about that. I love seeing my nephew. I love seeing my other little, having another little baby I like to see, little Cam. I like seeing her. Kids, but other than that, social media, you keep all that other stuff. I don't care about restaurant reviews. I don't care about food reviews, movie reviews, people traveling. No, none of that matter to me. But I'm here to tell you, the more you focus on you, the more you focus on your business, the more you focus on, what can you do to improve in your life? And I'm not talking in a selfish way, like me. No, I mean in a very valuable way, like how can I create more value for myself? How can I create more value to my business? How can I create more value to my life? Because again, I give you an example. One thing that I enjoy that me and my wife have, we say, you know what? I like this service. We have cleaning people. They come every couple of weeks. They come, they clean up, and it's a service that I'm like, I am happy to make enough money to have cleaning people come by every couple of weeks, and I'm going to make more money because I want cleaning people to come by every week, because it's a great service. And I was thinking about this when it comes to the laundry, every now and then when I don't feel like it, I will, say, hey, I'm gonna make a few extra bucks and have people do my laundry, because it's a lot easier than me going into the laundry, doing the laundry and all this folding. The people at the laundry place I take my clothes to, they wash the clothes, dry the clothes, fold the clothes, have them smelling real nice. And I'm like, this is simple, an easy drop off, an easy pickup. It's little things, it's just little things, and it's not, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not here to tell you, hey, make a bunch of money and buy boats and all that kind of stuff. No, it's simple things that make life easier for you, and then that way, if you're not doing laundry, you can sit around and you can figure out, how can I make a few more extra dollars instead of killing time doing the laundry, And hey, if you're like me and you're kind of weird and you don't, I like doing laundry, don't get me wrong. I enjoy doing laundry sometimes, but sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I'm not doing this today. And so there's always a way to make some money, You can, like I said, we talked about this before, locally, regionally, nationally, If you are able to make money, if you are able to get in a commercial for Verizon and it spans across the globe, congrats. But if you can do commercial work right there in your local area, also congrats, The point is to make money independently of whatever kind of job, even if you have a business. There's ways to create money, Money comes, money goes, you have to remind yourself of that, It's not easy, but also it's not hard, You take that how you want to take it, but I'm telling you, there are things that you can do, And sorry about that. And there are things that you can do. See, this is why this this is why this show is the greatest, because you don't get that on all those other phony polished shows, okay? Like Cat Williams, I'm standing on business this year, okay? These other shows, fake, they're phonies, plants. I'm just kidding about that. But anyway, there are plenty of ways, And we will discuss more of that, in the following months and the following, weeks. We will discuss that. And so for now, that's it. That's it for the podcast. We will be back tomorrow with the all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Rizzano. Thank you for listening. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go to bed and try to get back on the regular sleep schedule. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening. God bless. And as always, everybody, peace.